Hello everyone, what's going on? I'm Gaff, the Masterline74, back again today, and welcome to a follow-up video to something that I covered earlier on in the month of April, which is regarding what happened to the Infinite Finality mod having a cancel culture style cancellation from a disgruntled ex-team member by the name of Blue. If you want to know more about what happened, there'll be a link to that in the description, or I might card it at this point, I don't know. But basically this is going to follow up with what happened when I did that video on April 5th. So on April 12th, Wolfie411, who is one of the project leads for the Infinite Finality mod, got control of the mod DB page from Blue's hands, and they posted an open letter to the Half-Life 2 modding community. Now I'm not going to go through the entirety of the post, you can check that out on your own if you want to. Honestly, I think that the response is perfectly fine. They acknowledge what happened, they admit that it was wrong, and they apologise for it happening and vow that it's never going to happen again. But one of the things that I found interesting with this response is not what is contained within the response, but actually what happened a few days later on April 16th. Because there's a post with Envwin's response, who was one of the more problematic people from the leaked DMs, the person who was, I guess, targeted the most, or at least exposed the most for some of the messages that they sent. They posted their response, and as of the 16th of April, Envwind has been stripped of his leadership role as a result of his messages, and has been temporarily removed from the team for an indefinite amount of time. That's a line I'm going to have to get back to, but he finishes with, "We believe everyone deserves a chance to better themselves, but we will not tolerate any future messages of this sort anymore." So to me that first line comes across as a bit of a contradictory statement, because you're saying he's been temporarily removed, which is like a short-term removal from the project, but then for an indefinite amount of time makes it out like it's a permanent removal. So which is it? Is he removed forever or not forever? But I think I understand what Wolfie's saying here, and I think a better way of rewording this is, for the time being, Envwind has been removed from the project, and there's a pathway for him to return to the mod at some indeterminate amount of time in the future. By saying something like that, you essentially say he's not part of the team now, but there's a way for him to be a part of the team in the future, but we don't know how long it's going to take, whether it's going to take a day, a week, a month, a year, or if it just never happens. So at least with that, I can understand what's going on. And I do think that is a positive decision that has been made. So to interject at this point, I do want to tell you about what my decision was regarding working with this mod going forward, because I was a member of the team when this situation happened, and I didn't reach out to Wolfie until relatively recently about what happened, but I came to the conclusion that I would not work with the team for the time being, but if they ever need me in the future, then I'm on standby. So, I'd be happy to jump in and help if they need me, but if they don't, then I'm staying out, and hopefully that's a acceptable decision. You can let me know if you agree or disagree with that in the comments section down below. And from what Wolfie did say to me through private messages, and I hope they're happy for me to disclose this, which I think they are, that the only additional context that they believe that it would be nice to have had regarding the whole situation is that the leaked messages from the developer Discord server were being collected since the very beginning of the mod, before Wolfie was even around, which was over the span of about 2 to 3 years, and Blue never informed Wolfie about the messages, and assumedly Wolfie didn't have any knowledge that the messages even existed in the first place. For some of them anyway, because I don't know when Wolfie joined the team, so anything prior to Wolfie's join date he would not have known about. But also that the messages were cherry picked, because most of the time the team were hanging out in the chats or actually working on the mod. So as you can tell from some of the dates of the messages, you have to go back like 1.5 years. There was not that many messages, but it was over a long period of time. So that's to say there was a lot of messages that were sent that weren't controversial in the slightest. They also told me that there was about 6 to 7 people who were lost in the situation, but basically the majority of the original active developers are still working hard on the mod. And so I kind of have to put a little bit of blame on myself for saying that, oh, is Infinite Finality cancelled? But it's more of a cancel culture style cancellation, as you could probably tell from the thumbnail and the tags that Blue updated the ModDB page with. Not like the mod got cancelled because the lead developers just stopped with the mod. If that caused some confusion, then I'm sorry. But of course, this isn't where this video is going to end, because there's one last little update that happened on April 20th, and this was brought to my attention by a user named Cino7046, who said that Blue basically leaked a mod called Fortress Life for no reason. You can actually check out the Fortress Life mod on ModDB, and you can see that there's a post made on April 20th where essentially Blue leaked the mod, and the creator Gordon Freakman1 was essentially saying they're going to stop working on the mod for now because of what happened. Now, I don't know why Blue decided to do that, but it establishes in my mind that they're a serial leaker, and when I said in the original video that their integrity should be questioned, I think it should be especially questioned now, because why are they leaking Fortress Life? Doesn't really make much sense to me. It doesn't seem like they had any sort of dirty laundry behind the scenes or anything to warrant this happening. This was just a I'm leaking the mod because fuck it reasons kind of thing. Now, one of the things that I find particularly interesting is if CNO7046 is to be believed, that there's another individual by the name of Sam, who I don't know who that is, but they apparently were the one who made the document with the leaked DMs from the Infinite Finality developer server, and the gist of the conversation was that they were so happy that Richter, who I'm assuming is Richter Overtime, and Tyler, who I'm assuming is Tyler McVicker, are going to hear about what happened. And so I guess to me this whole situation was some sort of attention seeking effort to get massive YouTubers to talk about what happened, but it kind of horribly backfired on them, because who's the biggest YouTuber that talked about this whole situation? I'm not saying it's me, because I'm not a massive YouTuber or anything, but you know, I didn't really hear about this whole drama from any serious source YouTuber. So yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with this, whether they wanted to come across as the good guys and like, oh, look at us, we're so virtuous. But then you sat on these messages for like a year and a half and did nothing about it. If you were really that virtuous, you would have said something sooner. You would have leaked something when that happened, but you didn't. So I don't know if that's to be believed. I don't know what to say. I just wanted to get this update out just to let you know what's happened, to let you know where I stand with the Infinite Finality mod now. Hopefully you can let me know in the comment section down below what you think about Team Hyperborea's response to what happened, and Blue leaking Fortress Life for no reason. If there's anything I'm missing, then of course let me know in the comment section down below. And I'm sorry for taking so long to get this update video out, but I was sick over the last like 2 or 3 days, so I lost some time in making this video there. But I'm feeling a bit better now, so I'm hoping to get back to at least some semblance of normalcy with getting videos out for you guys. So hopefully you found this video somewhat informative, and hopefully I'll see you for another video very soon. So thanks for watching, take care, peace out, see you later, and have a great day.